Chapter 4, Part 2.
A girl named Adeline lived on an island on a lake below a mountain. Adeline loved to learn new things. Her first adventures were with her mother, in the kitchen or in the garden. And it's hard to tell whether these first adventures were just the product of an imagination or genuine experiences of an extraordinary young lady. Adeline put the plates on the table. She had watched Benjamin do that several times before, and she wanted to help today. "Thank you, baby girl," her mom said. "You're welcome, Mom," Adeline said. Her mom leaned over, picked her up, and kissed her on her cheeks. "Mom? Who said you could call me Mom already, like some sort of 13-year-old?" Her mother said, laughing before adding, "I am your mama." There was a emphasis on the ma. "Okay, Mom," Adeline said, giggling. "Oh, you silly little bean," her mother smiled. "I think we need to go out and look at the garden. A bear was out there last night." A bear, thought Adeline. What was a bear? Together they put some boots on and walked outside. As soon as they walked onto the little porch of their house, Mr. Cat twaddled over to greet them. Adeline reached down to scratch Mr. Cat under his chin. "Why, thank you, little Adeline," he said, before scampering back down the steps and around the house. Adeline did not quite understand what was happening, but she did see all the holes in the garden and knew a bear had dug them. "Must have big feet and hands," she thought. Adeline heard her father say, "Yeah, it could be worse. I'm going to look for signs of the bear on the rest of the island." He gave kisses and hugs to everyone and headed into the woods. Adeline had walked over to stand next to her brother, Benjamin, and their dog, Miss Hound. Miss Hound licked her hand and it tickled. Adeline smiled. "I love you, puppy." Miss Hound's tail wagged wildly. "Little Adeline, you're so polite. I love you too. And I sure do wish I were a puppy instead of an old dog." Adeline didn't know what she was talking about. But before she knew it, Benjamin and Miss Hound had walked away. Adeline walked over to her mom, who was bent over scooping dirt into a hole with her hands. "Adeline, do you want to help?" "Yeah," Adeline exclaimed. "Okay, take some loose dirt and toss it into the hole like this." Adeline got on her hands and knees and started scooping tiny handfuls of dirt into one of the holes. "Oh, our dresses are going to be a mess." "I suppose it can't be helped," her mother said after a few minutes. Adeline already saw the stains on her dress around her knees. "Oh, no," she said, eyes wide in worry. "Oh, it's okay, honey. Nothing a little soap and water can't fix." Then Benjamin showed up and dumped a bucket of dirt out. "Is this good, Mom?" he said. "Yes. Now go fetch a few more. We need to get these potatoes covered back up with some good dirt," Mother replied, and then Benjamin and Miss Hound scampered off once again. This went on for what seemed like countless hours to Adeline. It was not hours, though, but such is the scale of time for children. Eventually, Adeline got bored and started wandering around the garden, exploring. At one point, she had found a snail, and then she found 10 worms, and then she found 3 acorns. 2 of them were cracked. She put the last one, which was whole, in her pocket. She wanted to plant it outside her window so she could see it grow up. This thought so pleased her that she became completely lost in her thoughts as she wandered around the garden. As she walked, patting the acorn in her pocket, she did not see the hole in front of her, and she fell into it. There was a thud, and she screamed, and there were tears welling up all at once in her eyes. Adeline didn't know what had happened. It was dark, and her face hurt, and she was about to scream again when she felt a hand grab her arm, and then she was lifted up out of the hole. The darkness disappeared, and her feet were on solid ground again. Her mom was standing right there. "Mommy, you saved me." "Oh, honey, of course I saved you. Are you okay?" "Yes, Mommy, I'm fine. I fell." "Why'd you fall, baby?" "I got distracted and didn't see the hole." Her mother smiled, and she hugged Adeline tightly. "Oh, honey, you need to pay attention." At this point, her brother and Miss Hound came back around with the last bucket of dirt. She was hungry, and she wasn't paying attention again, and she sat in silence until her brother splashed her with water from the bath barrel. She laughed and giggled. "Mom," she said, "don't you think it's time for breakfast?" Her mom looked over at her. "I think you're right." "Come on, Benjamin," her mom said. And they did have breakfast. Pancakes and hash browns. The end.
Thanks for listening.